All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ausu Taiko Tournament 2023. I am your host, commentator, and God King Beat 43210. And today we're going to go through one of the more exciting bits of the tournament, the qualifier results, and the Swiss one, Mappool Showcase, and of course the pairings as well. There's a couple of things I gotta say before we get started. First off, apologies to everybody for starting late. This was originally supposed to start at 10 UTC, but life happens, okay? Trying to take that extra, got interrupted and had to take some extra time to make sure shit was going good. So, I'm glad that you all have been patient with me and the fact that I did this on a Tuesday. Of course, I couldn't do this yesterday because I had a family matter to take care of. It was a good reunion. Can't go wrong with that. Nothing bad. So, that was all done and dandy. So thank you all for being patient as we've been waiting this out. But of course, hopefully it will be for the good show ahead of us. Okay, hang on, give me a second. Yes, quit. Okay, excellent, good. Door open, door close will happen another day. This day is too fucking important. Okay, I'll keep it on. I'll keep it in my memory bank, Jay. Don't worry. Hey, look, in real life moments always trouble everybody. 100%. It happens, right? Damn, I should get like stream chat up here one day. Maybe I can do that. Like I said, I got a lot of fucking around to do with these streams the next couple of weeks, so I'm excited. Yeah, you save up all your points. You can open so many doors, and you'll not see any of them because there's no camera yet until I go back to play Hades. First off, let's talk about the Ausu Taiko Tournament itself and the qualifier results. So, as I slowly switch out of the graphics here, because who needs graphics, right? Let me just check that everything is as it was. Yeah. All right, so I'll give you guys a bit of time to familiarize yourselves with what you are seeing here. So this was the qualifier results of the Ausu Taiko Tournament qualifier map pool. We had 10 maps. Pretty hard. You were looking at about midway through 6 stars for qualifiers, which was a huge step up from last year's Ausu Taiko Tournament. This was intentional. And part of that is because I need to explain how the calculations are going to be used based on these results. As soon as I open the door for my dog. Hey, door open, door closed. Got the audio version of that. So, the map pools were pretty difficult. You were looking at around 6 to 6.5 stars. And the reason for that was I wanted to get a much wider spread of results. Last year in the Ausu Taiko Tournament, the top 16, they were all crushing the maps like it was nothing. And I was not about that life. I needed a much wider distribution of results throughout the board because that's what qualifiers should be, in my opinion. And it's useful for the calculations that I have to make. Now, from these results, you're all looking at the map ranks right now. That is very good. Everything is working as normal. This spreadsheet is not a spreadsheet that I've made. This is a spreadsheet that a guy by the name of Ice Dynamics, who does a fair amount of spreadsheeting work over at Mania and in Quava, he made for me. It's pretty complicated. There's a lot of moving parts to it. I don't have all day, but I will spend a few minutes explaining how the shit basically works. Long story short, for each individual map, so let's take No Mod 1 for example, everybody plays their maps twice, as per normal qualifier rules, and the best score was taken. In this case, it was ranked from first to last. The player in first place gets a map rating. So this is essentially a level of map dominance. Sorry, I gotta let my dog in. Actually, I'm gonna put my dog on my lap. Here we go. Come up here. Oh, shit. Come on. Come here, bro. No. GT score is wrong. He FC'd. Did he FC? Nah. Yeah, no, these are the stuff. I know. Good memes. So, yeah, basically, in each individual map, the player that scores the highest points gets the number 1 spot. In this case, Zedox for... Actually, we'll use Fremont, because you guys can actually see the Fremont scores. So we'll use Fremont as an example here. So, of all the players that took part in Fremont, which I do apologize was a pretty painful stream map, It was 4 minutes of hell. The first player that came in first was Sparks. Had a good score of 1,052,000. Very nice. From his score represents a ceiling for the rest of the field. Meaning that when we put in the results, he will get a map score of 100. And then that will slowly move down the board through the rest of the next ranks. So the player in second will get a map score that is less than 100. The player in third will get a little bit lower than what second place is. And it's divided by every 25% quartiles, meaning that out of a field of 25 players, actually not really, out of a field of 25 players, the top 6 will get a score between 75 and 100, and it'll go through every quarter there. I'm doing this impromptu, and I'm doing this absolutely awfully, but it'll make sense in a second. But from there, we repeat that for every single map across the board, and we take the average to give a qualifier rating. Now, the player with the lowest rating will be eliminated from the tournament. This is because I need even numbers. Even numbers is good. Odd numbers for a first round of a Swiss is fucking awful. So, we had originally did have 30 players who did start in this tournament, but let's see, what happened to the 30 players that started? So 25 of them actually completed it. One player played 6 maps and dropped out for whatever reason. So he didn't finish all 10 maps, so he's not playing in the tournament. I fucking disqualified him. Then I had 3 people pull out of the tournament. Very unfortunate. And finally, we had one player that got screened out of the tournament thanks to the Ausu team. Rest in peace, Hungry Total 420. He blazed it too close to the sun. And got screened out of the tournament. So out of the remaining 25 players who have successfully done everything, we will be taking the top 24 into the tournament. So, yeah, pretty much. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. The best 24 scores get counted as part of the map ratings, which you will see in a moment. It will give players a number between 100 and 0. If you came dead last on a map, your map rating is 0. The average of the 10 maps gives you your overall qualifier rating. Don't come last. Holy shit. And yeah, that's it. All right, so without further ado, with the awful explanation out of the way, let's get aboard onto the results. So these were all the lobby links, all the usernames, and all this fancy stuff. Don't worry about the conversion power. We're trialing this conversion power for the math that's about to be implemented. So yeah, all I have to do to reveal the results is change the number of qualified players from 1 to 24. Hit enter and run back the results. Alright, so here are your results. It's coming in a second, bear with it. A lot of players are going to be moving around, so I personally have checked through every lobby in this calculations, so I think that everything is solid. There's not, there was a time in Quaver where I had to go through over 50 qualifier lobbies to make sure 250 people did their jobs correctly. There we go. Excellent. So, we do a bunch of fancy math, and this is the end result. Don't worry that this says that this is bit bugged. Who the fuck cares? I'm going to yell at my quantitative later. But yes, this is the qualifier results, ladies and gentlemen. No. The username ID is not misplaced. Trust me, bro. That was the guy that showed up for 6 maps and then didn't finish. Yeah, GT didn't do that well. Everyone's like disputing the results. Are you guys really want? Everybody's really contesting the results. All right, sure. All right, we're gonna stop the count for a second. We're gonna, let you guys see the actual map scores that's hiding over here. If something is wrong, please fucking tell me now. It was wrong? Try looking at the settings tab again. No. Oh, you guys are scaring me a little bit. Right? From what I've seen, this is correct. Wait, GTs and random names numbers are reversed? No, I didn't fuck this up live, did I? Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it, I hate this coding. No. Their lobby was first, right? GT's name is 7. Oh fuck. Okay, that one actually is wrong. Hold up. We gotta fake news our way out of this. All right. Hold up. Let's just put that there. Hold up. Hold up a second. Excellent. Remember, can't make it through a lobby without it being scuffed. Do I have to check every single... Look, it's possible that the spreadsheet was doing other shit behind the scenes. But I swear to God, I checked every goddamn lobby and made sure I put this in manually. Now I'm going to check this shit live. Because now you all fucking scared me a bit. ZOX and XK? Yeah, that's good. Okay, hang on. We're going to check this shit live. 7 and 68. Yeah. All right. It says 47, 67, 24. Yeah. That's fine. So Subasa and Banan. Subasa was 83. Banan was 92. Yeah. Sorry. I got to now check every fucking score because I swapped 2 players. Imagine fucking up data entry, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, can't go wrong with that. All right. No. Because we're gonna make sure this shit's done right once. You know. So let's see, 142 and 85, 142, 85. Lilac Dragon would have had a lobby alter. Oh no, Zest was with Lilac. 54, 78. 78. Yep, that's fine. I think all the other results are okay. Lightning Wyverns 22 and 30. 22 and 30. Wait. Oh, wait, hang on. Lightning was 22. Hang on a second. Oh, classic. And Sleep Tea was 30. All right. Hang on. Gotta swap these 2 players around. Hang on a second. All right. So only 2 lobbies the data was entered wrong. Oh, whoops. I opened the same lobby twice. The funk. 91, 38. 91, 38. Panamas. Sparks. And then Ping was all by himself. All right. Now this should be correct. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your patience as I had to double check the results. It turned out I swapped 2 lobbies around. Dude, Splexbite played 6 maps and then just never came back and then asked me for a withdrawal after playing 6 maps. Don't fucking ask me what he was doing, but he did. Okay, let everything recalculate one more time. Because your boy, even though he works in data entry, fucks up data entry. The fucking irony. All right, give it a second. Give the coding a second. It's redoing all the math. It should say 25 players. So just give it a hot second. This shit takes like 30 seconds. This shit takes like a good 2 minutes to run code. All right. Give it a second. It's still going. I missed it. By the way, this sheet's public, so anybody can hop on. Actually, this sheet will be public. So if anything has gone wrong, we'll fix it again. But everyone's in the correct ID. I've put in all the correct positions, and I've also filtered out, like, the 6 maps that Spec Bite did. Or I don't know what his name was. All right. There we go. Now it should be good. You guys can now fact check me in real time. Why is Triette's score so low? It should be correct. I think Triette did actually have a rough qualifier. Which, it sounds funny, right? When you say, oh, it's a rough qualifier. But I'm fairly certain this is the correct results. Because I remember Triette did do pretty shocking on Hidden, too. Yes, he didn't play the second round. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I was in the lobby, too. That's why his score was, yeah. All right, so this now is the correct result. Because, fixing things live on air, right? Because, just like in video games, right? You release the game immediately, and then you patch it later. We had to bring that true to the Ausu Taiko Tournament. And another example of the continued level of minor scuffness that will occur. Unintentionally, of course. No matter what the fuck I do. But yeah, so we had an odd number of players. We did have to eliminate a player. And Lack was, unfortunately, the lowest ranked player in the lobby. So, if you came last in a map, basically, you weren't in the top 24, so you had a map result of 0. If you did come 24th, actually, I think it was 2. Yeah, the bottom 2 players actually had a map result of 0. Yeah, so for each map, the last 2 players had a map result of 0. Everybody else got points as long as you scored higher than the floor, which would be the top 23. And that kept going all the way until first place, where in the event of a tie, where, for example, XK and Sparks, they both tied on the same map, they both finished with the same qualifier rating. It's very tricky stuff. There's a big document. You can read it, because I can't speak it for shit, clearly. And, yeah, it's pretty bad that it's pretty complicated to explain. But alas, here we are. These are the ratings that we're starting with. Also, the qualifier ratings that you actually got does influence the elo that you will begin with. There is a bit of a spread that favors, that spreads a few more players down to the lower end. You'll particularly see that with, like, these group of players here. They're all much closer. Like, the bottom half of the field is much closer than the top half, relatively. But I'm trialing a much slower spread for this tournament, so in this particular field size. So, a lot of experimenting to do. But this is the ratings that everybody will be entering the tournament with, except for Lilac. My condolences. Thank you for participating. My dog, what are you doing? Oh, shit. Ugh. Yeah. All right. Lek, you did have fun, but hey, stick around for the Mappool Showcase. And I also now actually have to do the pairings as well. So, we're going to be doing the pairings right now that everything is correct. Elo is higher than your rank. Yeah, it really do be like that. All right, but let me just take my dog out for a moment. Okay, come on. Yeah, you gotta come down. Sorry, doggo. You gotta go down. Out you go. And then you come scratching back at my door for 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, you can try the early pool in practice. The early pool is actually lower in difficulty because we're basically targeting players in the lower half. So, congratulations, everybody, to who has made it into the tournament. Congratulations to everybody who did particularly well. Personal highlights to mention, if you're just looking a bit more generally. XK and Sparks were the only 2 players who actually SS a map in the pool, and that was on Hidden... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, they were the only 2 players to SS a map, and that was on Hidden 2? No, sorry, I lied. XK was the only player to SS a map, and that was on Hidden 1. And Hard Rock 2. So XK absolutely popped off. Poor Zedogs, honorable mentions for getting 1/100 on No Mod 1. There was a lot of scores, particularly up top in the DTs. So if you were okay with DT, that's great. If you weren't good with DT, you did get punished quite badly for being on the lower end. Other interesting things to note. Chora was sight reading, so his scores were pretty unfortunate. which means he's getting punished with a bad elo, so be it. That's what happens when you site requalifiers. Our leaders of the tournament heading into the Elimination Swiss, ZARX and XK. They both did shocking on No Mod 3. I don't know what happened, but a lot of players managed to close the gaps a little bit with the qualifier ratings because they underperformed there. So much so that Sparks actually almost caught up to ZARX. It was pretty damn close, and you can see that they're all going to start with relatively even elo. And then there's a big jump between Sparks and the next group of players, being Jolts, Banan, and Richie. So, yeah. If you have any questions, by the way, please shout it out. I do like to take questions, be it, until we start the showcase. How many people went hard rock on free mod? I think it was less than 6. I'm fairly certain XK was the only player that did hidden and hard rock. And then most people did hidden, with except for the special few that tried hard rock. I think Sparks did hidden, definitely. Someone did hard rock and got a good score. Was it Richie? I don't remember. My memory's hazy. Yeah, Richie did hard rock at FC. So he went to Valhalla, and Warren did hard rock as well. Yeah, there were a few hard rocks, but I'm fucking surprised given how hard that map is. All right, now give me a minute while I actually draw the pairings for you all. So, to be perfectly clear, the qualifier ratings only gives you the starting point of the tournament. Over the course of the next couple of rounds, players will have the opportunity to obviously compete against each other and improve their elo ratings. This is important because if you do qualify in the same week as somebody else, which will only happen in either week 3 or week 4, tiebreakers in terms of seedings will be determined by the higher elo, essentially between the group that finishes. So if you start at 1800 like Banan does, but then you improve to, let's say, an 1850 or an 1860 over the course of a couple of rounds, and everybody else who qualifies in that same week has less elo than you, you'll end up taking the highest seeding out of everybody there. So elo will be used as a tiebreaker. Now, keep in mind, the K factor for elo is quite high. It's actually, for the technical people, it's at 100, meaning that it is quite easy to gain and lose a lot of rating, because we only have 4 matches at most to actually put this data to use. So we gotta, account for large changes in skill that may or may not occur. How fast is the free mod pick? It was pretty fast. It was 200 and... Oh, fuck. I don't know. 200 and something. Yeah, Twitch chat will know better than I would. They actually played it. They actually played it. So, yeah. All right. Now, let me just bear with me for a second as I have to copy and paste some data. So, let me open up Notepad and get away with this. So, if you do have any questions, or if you... Oops, shit. If you do have any observations you want to make, feel free to do so. Actually, I need the qualifier ratings. What am I doing? I need the elo. Excellent. There we go. Let me put in everything first, then I'll explain what I'm doing. Okay, that's good. Excellent. That's good. I've spent many weeks trying to optimize this whole process to be as easy as possible, and then I butcher the one thing I didn't prepare for, and that was the explanation. Alright, so there we go, that's good. By the way, I've made the spaghetti code myself, so just F in the chat for the hours of coding I had to spend to get this set up. Yeah. Okay. Now, there is one more thing that I am doing with the Swiss pairings before we actually begin. In a normal Swiss, what would happen, essentially, top half would immediately be playing against the bottom half. So out of the 24 players who are playing in this tournament, normally, the number 1 seed in the tournament, XK, would immediately be playing against the player in the middle of the field. So this would be number 13th seed DXA Fung. And then Zedox, who is number 2, would be playing against number 14. Sparks would normally be playing against number 15, and so forth. However, I, being the morally inconspicuous person that I am, decided to change things a little bit. Taking a strategy out of the chess playbook. At the start of this tournament, I've accelerated the pairings 1 round. So, I let my dog out. My dog's very active today. I do apologize. Essentially, what I have done, the top half of the players, I just assume we essentially had an imaginary round at the start of the tournament where everybody in the top half beat everybody in the bottom. So, this means a couple of things. The top half of players will have a 1 Swiss point head start. This means that it will be easier for them to qualify because they don't need to win as many games. But their starting opponents will be more difficult because they'll be playing against somebody in the top half right off the bat. And, you know, yeah, that part, I guess. Players in the bottom half of the field, they start with a grand total of 0 Swiss points, meaning that they actually cannot lose throughout the entirety of the Swiss stage. If they lose even once throughout the Swiss, they will be eliminated from the tournament. But as compensation for having a tougher requirement in terms of the amount of matches they need to win, they will have easier opponents to start with. Either way, why would I do this? This eliminates the extreme ends that you would normally find in a knockout bracket. Because why would I need XK to go and destroy the guy in last when I can just have an imaginary round instead, give him a 1 point advantage, and then make him play somebody in the middle of 1 point? Because, you know, Swiss pairing rules. So, yeah, what this means, heading into the first round, it's actually very easy for me to do the first round pairings. First round pairings is the easiest fucking thing I will ever do all tournament. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. I didn't hit copy paste. It's so easy, I will miss the button. Alright, so, what this means, that for the first round, the top half of those on 1 point will be playing against the bottom half. Oh, shit. Oops, source code. God damn it. We'll be playing against the bottom half of players. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Other way, you idiot. We playing against the bottom half of players on 1 point because Swiss pairing rules. This is all in the ATT rule sheet that nobody read. This also means that those on 0 points will be playing against people who are also on 0 points. So, copy. Yeah, buddy. Oh, God damn it! I hit copy twice. That's what happened. All right. And there we go. That's our pairings for the first round of the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what the hell did I miss here? Hang on. Oh, whoopsies. And ta-da! There you go. The first round pairings. Now, of course, let me just quickly fix up the colors a little bit here. You know, just the aesthetics. So it's easier for players to understand their predicament as we get into this. All right, there we go. That's our pairings for the first round of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen. So, top half of the players in qualifiers get a 1 point advantage, but they have to play against each other off the bat. Following Swiss rules, essentially players will be playing against those on similar points. So Number 1 XK has to play against number 7 seed Panamis. Zedox will be playing against Crabcow. Sparks will be playing against Von. Jolts will be playing against Lightning Wyvern. Banan will be playing against Choro. My condolences. And Richie will be playing against Blue Jay for the first round of the tournament. Exciting. But all of you, harder matches, yes. And especially for first round, it's a bit of an act battle. But, of course, you all are safe. No one's getting eliminated this week. So, just don't lose. Just don't lose, and you'll continue to be safe. Meanwhile, players on the bottom half of the field. So, DXA Fong will be taking on Arlie. Ping 7731 will be taking on Triette. GT will be playing against the Funk. Sleep T against Firefox. Subasa will be playing against Zest 2822. And Co-Equal will be playing against a random name I don't know. You guys cannot lose. In order to advance into the second week, players must have at least half a Swiss point. So everybody in the top 12 is all good. Everybody in the bottom 12, they can't lose their matches. Matches can be draws in the Ausu Taiko Tournament in the event of a 5-5 result. The match will end in a draw without a tiebreaker. So there will not be a tiebreaker during the Swiss stages. I know it disappoints a lot of players, but alas, you know, what can you do? So, yeah. First match, and you're guaranteed to go to lower bracket. Talk about luck. It's not necessarily lower bracket. Swiss is a bit funny in the sense that there's no such thing as like an upper and a lower bracket. It's a lot more fluid than that. And this can happen because players may drop out. This may happen because players may draw. Even if you're a player at the bottom end of the field and you win your first game, depending on the results that happen elsewhere on the board, it can dramatically affect your pairing. Especially because as we do get draws in this tournament and as things progress, there will be players who are on a higher point who have to play against somebody on lower points than them, and vice versa. So there will be Swiss rules that will come into effect, and all of that is documented in the big ATT document that nobody fucking read. So all of that fancy rules is there, and source, trust me, bro. I've done this in Quavo, so these things can and will happen. This is a Swiss format, yeah. No, this is not double elimination bracket. No, this is completely different. Yeah, nobody plays Swiss. So I think that Elimination Swiss is so good, I'm going to fucking prove it. And yeah, this is the first live test I'm doing it in Taiko. I've done this in Quaver before. It was a huge success, and I'm hoping to bring that forward and do a lot more experimentation in Taiko. So I look forward to more of these in the future, assuming I can actually run a showcase and a goddamn tournament in one piece, which so far I have failed on both. But, yeah. Over the course of the next 4 weeks, all these players here will be playing in matches against each other with the ultimate goal of getting 3.5 Swiss points. If you get 3.5 Swiss points or more, you will qualify into the finals, which will happen over the last 2 weeks of the tournament. For the top 12 players, they may be able to do this as soon as week 3 comes to an end, meaning that someone may be able to skip week 4. Maybe. But, for everyone else, it's going to be a long, hard battle. I hope you are all excited, as I am, to test this out, and hopefully we can get some good matches out of it. Yeah. So, well, think of it this way, right? The bottom players are the only players at risk of elimination this week. And next week, there will be more players that will be at risk. Because keep in mind, the risk of these players will never change. Right? So these players may win easily this week, but these players are going to be joined by the losers of these players. So the difficulty of the map pools will go up like normal. The scaling is still the same compared to what you would find in normal double elimination. So, but yeah, pretty much. One day I will actually make a full-on video because nobody reads anything. Maybe if I actually take the time to make a proper video, somebody will actually, listen to what I say in a more concise and precise way. But that's for another day. So that's going to be it for now in terms of the Elimination Showcase results. I do thank everybody for catching out on the minor errors of the qualifier results. And, yeah, pretty much. All right. So, now that boring shit out the way, thank you for surviving the most laziest Holy shit, it's been an hour already. Oh my god, I can procrastinate forever. Let's close Google. And let's go to the showcase. 100%. All right. So let me close this crap. All right, and then let me close all the other irrelevant things that I've had open this whole time, like this. Actually, I need the replays, and then I need to also get my phone out, and then we'll get started. Yes, remember, there's still a Mappool Showcase to go through. Okay. All right. We are good to go. Yep. Okay, I need to also change it on the showcase. There we go. Oh, that's not how that's supposed to work. Ah, that's how it's supposed to work. Okay. Heads up. Free Mod 3 visuals will be glitched. No, Yoggin is not here today. It's a Tuesday. He's busy with school. Yeah, I know. Very unfortunate. I should have checked with him beforehand when he was actually available. But, yeah, we weren't able to do it on Monday because I was preoccupied with family stuff. So, yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. But Yoggin has given me 2-line sentences on each map. So that's all I need to get through the pool. Because, you know, that's how we do things here in ATT. It's okay, Monday you have class too. Oh, great. I can get used to doing this every week. All right, so in the Swiss map pools, and this will be consistent over all 4 weeks, so get familiar with this map pool structure. There will be a total of 13 maps. There will be 4 no mods. There will be 2 hidden, 2 hard rock, 2 double time, and 3 force mods. Players will have 1 ban, and then everybody will just play the maps that are still in the pool. Of course, to win a match, you'll need 6 points, 6 map victories, and if you get a 5-5 result, it's a draw, meaning both players will share half a Swiss point. I know, exciting times. If players tie, both players get half a Swiss point, and will end the match. Now, this can be good and bad. It can be good because, you know, if you want to avoid elimination, you may be able to just get a draw when you need to. But it can, or if you're both on the verge of qualifying, players don't have to actually beat their opponent. They can get a tie in advance. But at the same time, it can also eliminate both players. Sharing is caring, right? There may be a situation where both players actually have to win to progress in the tournament. And you'll get a 5-5 result, which will eliminate both of them. So there's going to be weird shit like that that can happen. It won't happen this week, but it may happen in future weeks, depending on how other results go. So, yeah, I know, very exciting stuff. So, let's get started with the first map. Now, this map is apparently one that is going to be quite easy to FC, or so I'm told. Unfortunately, it's also a return of Slacks. So, if you enjoyed Slacks last week, you'll be able to enjoy Slacks this week. Yeah, okay, excellent. Yeah, we're gonna do this, or we're gonna do this. Now we want to do this. Fuck it. So, here is the No Mod 1 map. That's okay. There'll probably be less Slacks after this. Yeah. Thank you, Mac. Yeah, there's recently been too many. Yeah, Slacks has been pretty popular, which is a thing. But yeah, so far as you can see with this No Mod 1 map, this is going to be a map that a lot of players, particularly those in the lower end of the field, should be comfortable with playing, especially with how some of the No Mod 1 results were last week. You'll see particularly a lot of 3 combos, 5 and 7 combos, but we also have incredibly longer streams of over 10, 15 notes, which to some degree will test even the most basic level of note reading. So if you're a player that on the weaker end of the field that may have, you know, struggled with a little bit of the mix-ups in terms of how you roll through long streams and switching between on-hand and off-hand, it can cost you. If it doesn't cost you on the accuracy, it will cost you on the actual match itself. Oh, sorry about that. So, but the strong structure is pretty straightforward, what you'd normally find. Particularly just, you know, more of the same that we've been seeing so far. Yeah, apparently this is 5.86 because reasons. Tell it to someone who knows star rating. Star rating is still broken as hell. And no one can seem to fix it. Like, I'm pretty sure they'll cure like the top 10 most deadliest diseases before they can fix star rating in Taiko. I don't know how much star rating is, but I can already tell you guys that this is the highest star rating in the pool. It only goes down from here. So, yeah, I know, it's a little bit weird. The SR Devon chat's gonna be dying at this. Oh no. Oh no. This is how the tournament gets cancelled, ladies and gentlemen. For having an opinion. It's coming. If not now, it'll happen in the future in my lifetime. It's hot takes on star rating. But, yeah. I don't know. But this also tests general all-round consistency as well. So, can't go too far wrong with that. Of course, the OD is 7, which is pretty standard for, you know, no-mod maps. Which, of course, I would love to see, but unfortunately, your boy has the curse of one goddamn monitor, which is a goddamn curse. So, let's move on to No Mod 2. Oh, come on. No Mod 2. A map that's actually was already on my tourney client. And that's going to be Tiferet on Master. Now, this song has an OD of 6. It is 2 minutes and 49 seconds in length. Has a star rating of 5.07. Essentially, it's what you'd find with a lot of XI music. Or do people say 11? Or, I don't know, I call it XI. But, yeah, essentially, you'll be seeing a fair amount of 1-3 and 1-6 change-ups. But the rhythm is a bit offbeat. Especially compared to the rest of the pool. It's not the hardest song to deal with, but especially for the players in the lower half of the field who are fighting to make a name for themselves, if you haven't run into a lot of maps where you're constantly will be juggling those switch-ups in snap timing, then it can be one that will cost you accuracy. What I also want to do, I need to Twitch out my phone. Oh, my iPad. Go. I'm going to do that while we're listening through this particular song. Because I just realized I can't actually see what anyone's saying with all these windows in my way. There we go. Beautiful. Now I've got that up. The worst setup known to man. Now, the song itself is only 2 minutes and 49 seconds, so it's not too long, it's not too short. Mechanically, will be well, at least in terms of like endurance and stamina, one of the easier maps to play, since really the only difficulty will come in the actual burst elements of the song. So it's not too scary. If you're someone who is familiar with this, this will be a bit of a breeze. The worst thing that can happen to you is that you misread the SV, of which there isn't even that much. And getting like a 1/100 or something and then missing because you were mad that you were going for the double S and didn't hit it. Yeah, this is harder than Nomad 1, but somehow lower by a full star rating. Don't know. Don't even ask me. These are the BPM changes. Oh, yeah. There's also BPM changes that are not accounted for in the star rating. I don't know. Yeah, star rating's weird. It's a good meme. But we use this to gauge players. And also, one of the extra perks of having a harder qualifier, we can actually see the rough thresholds of players a lot more thoroughly. Because if you do like a too easy of a qualifier, bro, you're just not gonna see how the top players are going to compete when things get really difficult, unless you've known it from like previous experience. Anyways, Nomad 3 is going to be Rakugaki Note. Rakugaki Note, mapped by I Love You Forever, who actually I think is in the Twitch chat. I think. So mapper advantage, maybe. See, if I had the time, XK, I would have set my own damn replay. You know, as long as I don't miss, then we're golden. But now I will never have that chance again, because the difficulty will be too high for me to... Unless I do, like, gimmick. So. You can do no mod 4 and no mod 1. Oh, yeah. We'll see how things go for next week. We'll see. If I actually have more time in my life that it's not busy trying to set things up for streaming, maybe I'll be able to actually contribute. But yeah, 2 minutes and 43. The song does have a relatively high BPM, 245 beats per minute. The difficulty doesn't actually come from the speed element, which is a bit unusual from the speed, but rather the actual rhythms that you gotta hit. I mean, it's not really a lot of songs where you'll be sitting... Well, I mean, this is actually kind of regular for verse. But you could argue that the Dawn and Cat combinations does make things a bit tricky to hit, especially with the finishes that are scattered throughout. It's definitely a big mix-up to the No Mod 3 that we saw last week. Yeah, the finishes are a bit wacky. Especially because usually these finishers are in the middle of combos. So when the finishers are at the end of a combo, it's not too bad, right? Because you have that 1-2 gap to take a rest, reposition your fingers, and start the next combo sequence. But some of these finishes are actually in the middle of the I guess, chord itself. So you don't have that luxury on some of these places, and that can result in accuracy drops, misses, faster judgment if your memory isn't up to scratch. So, yeah. Definitely something to keep an eye on. Yeah, got to handle the KDDK in 240. Not fun. But, yeah, we also got one more Nomad map, and that is going to be... We. And no, it's not you going down the bloody slippery slide on the Easter show or any other festival that has slides on it. Actually, does Ko even have slides? I have no idea. Somebody can actually answer that one. But, yeah, no, this is the first SV map of the tournament. Now, for the newer players who may not be as familiar, essentially SV result is all about scroll velocity and the manipulation of note speed to misdirect players in terms of their timing, sequence appearance, and so forth. It gets incredibly wacky at later stages, but this is just the first stage, so it's not going to be as tricky. Compared to the other no mods that we've seen so far, You're seeing much wider speed ups and slow downs. So players do have to adjust their vision a little bit and where they're actually looking on the screen. You also see some faster finishers coming in at the end of some of these chords. But to the experienced SV player, or players who have preparation as part of their skill set, dealing with wavy SV like this should not prove to be much of a challenge. However, we didn't test SV for this tournament in qualifiers, so it might provide a bit of noise to players' performances. You know, some of the top players or some of the medium-ish players who don't play in a lot of tournaments that lot, don't really run into this all too frequently, may suddenly do a lot better or worse than you'd expect. Also, be careful, there's a 1-6 there. I heard it. Gotta be careful here. Just because the scroll speed is a little bit slower does not mean that the snapping is the same. It is different in some combos. So be mindful for that. Because yes, the actual speeds can misdirect the snapping too, which is a special hell in on itself. So now we're getting to the end, the final section here. You're seeing a little bit of over-snapping. Or not over-snapping, overlapping notes. But distance is still far enough that players should be able to discern the differences. Visually disconnected 1/4 stream there. Finishes, mixing in with some higher SV now. Alright, this will if players were doing pretty well up until this point, I guess this ending here should provide enough of a difficulty to result in difference. And for the weaker players, this may be in terms of misses, but for the better players in the field, you could be looking at a few hundreds that can settle things. It's definitely a fun, friendly map for most players in this field. So, do not fret. And then, of course, if we get to the end, you can have a nice little spinner battle, mashing battle in the end. So, that is the end of the no-mod maps. So, all good, all fun and dandy. I hope you guys do enjoy that no-mod. Now, to move on to the hidden. And hidden 1. Are you fucking serious? Yes, download. I already have a copy of this beat map, so load the fucking replay. Yes, re-download the map. Spoilers. Alright. Take 2. You fucking... Okay. God damn... Did I download... Wait a minute. Did I download the replay instead of the map? No. No. No, I can't be tripping. Hang on. Hang on, gotta check the polling sheet again. Hang on, wait. Gotta love scuffness. Wait, did I turn off the Google thing earlier? Yes, I did. Okay, excellent. All right, let's quickly check. Did I... Once again, replays are not doing their job as replays. I swear they're starting a mutiny on me. Yeah, okay. Let's go download that. Yeah, I got it. It's there. Alright. I wonder if it's just the same fucking map. Hang on, come on. God, get... Yeah, it's this song. It went into a dead. Imagine replay's not working. Alright. Alright, we're just gonna do it this way. Fuck it. We're gonna have Auto do a goddamn replay on me. Yes, go to the map. Oh, there we go. Is it Interoni or... Yeah, it's Interoni. Oop, there we go. Oop. And then just we're gonna do the good old-fashioned auto, because nothing wants to work like it's supposed to. Obviously, the overmapping did. No, wait, it's hidden. Hang on a minute. Hang on a goddamn second. There we go. No, wait, you're expecting me to play this? No, get in the bin. No, get in the bin. There we go. All right, there we go. Because replay does not want to do its job, and no one's here to fix it. So. Why doesn't it work? Bancho, I guess, just has a specific shits to put up with me. I have no idea. Played by Beat. In your dreams. In thy dreams. But yes, this is the... I think this is the ranked version of this song. So it raises the question as to why the fuck is this replay not working? But yeah, it is your typical Camellia purple song, which of course to look extra fancy, they decided to do purple in hex code. But this song does not have any SV changes for the most part. But it does have a lot of offbeat pattern switch-ups. This is the unranked version. Okay. Then that, you know how Yoggin, this is the unranked version. Do you know how little that narrows it down? That doesn't narrow it down. But yeah, this is the song. Although, Yoggin, it's not your fault that the replays doesn't work as they're supposed to. I didn't have any time to actually test these replays, so let's hope that that's the only time that will happen. And this is a well-known version, so it makes even less sense, but anyways. But yeah, the song itself is particularly on the faster end. I love how the mapper... Wait, is the mapper itself not even loading on the showcase thing? Are you serious? It's supposed to be... last time I checked, there was a mapper. No, wait, he changed his name. What? What did he change it to? Wait, he changed it to Morse code? What? Okay, people are crazy. Yeah, sure. He changed it to Morse code. I'm pretty sure that that letter is T. But oh well. Oh well. There we go. Thank you, Otto, for coming in clutch. Whoa. All right. Now, will this next replay work? Ah, thank you. Thank you, Banshee, for doing what God intended and loading a replay. Which you are currently 0 for 2 in showcases. Anyways, Hidden 2 is Slaughterhouse. So, first thing I want to say, this background's incredibly creepy as hell. I guess someone went into the archives of Grimbo's Twitter feeds, buried somewhere. Or actually, they call it X now. They went into Grimbo's X feed and managed to draw this out. But yeah, this is your slower hidden pick. Yeah, Laughter House. I've never heard of this. This is the... Yeah, Laughter House. Yeah, I've never heard of Laughter House. But, definitely some schools will be a slower house, a slaughterhouse. Wow, okay. It's a bit of a slow start, but the actual reading picks up quite a bit. Okay. It's a bit exciting. There's a lot of accelerated finishes, but the timing is quite predictable. So it shouldn't bother players too much. Oh, okay. Although you can ghost tap. All right, thank you, OG, for just telling everyone you can ghost tap this. All right, weak players, take notes. This is how you survive this section. Got to do some alternating colors. I feel like this map will get picked or banned a lot. Like, I feel like players that want to make the most of this will do so. This might unironically be the best map in the pool so far. Which normally doesn't happen for a hidden pick. This is actually a pretty based hidden pick, not gonna lie. You know what? I remember a few years, what was it, 2 years ago, when everybody saw that one hidden map in Taiko World Cup, what was it, group stage or round 32? Or was it qualifiers? It was like a 3-star hidden map, but a lot of people struggled with it. Maybe that actually opened up some innovation for something. And this map kind of touches on it just a tad for the weaker players in the field. So, yeah, it's going to be... That map is going to be an exciting one. I'm very curious to see how players are going to play on that. All right, and that's the end of Hidden. All right, come on, Hard Rock. It's going to be Technical Master on Modus Operandi difficulty. I heard you love finishes. You want, you know, the finishers last map wasn't enough, so we need to add some more.
I am a vinyl junkie.
What? Yeah. Lyrics got a little bit whack. Yeah, this is a popular map time. Although this is the first time I've heard of this. So, if you love some finishes, if you love some more of that SV action that you saw last map with Hidden, you're going to find some of that in Hard Rock, although not to as an extreme degree. We've also got a few tech patterns chucked in here as well. You may have seen the 1.6 earlier. This song is on the shorter side. You're only looking at about 1:50. And if players wanted to regain some of that AC, they can do so. I've never heard of the Vinyl Junkie sample. This is the first time I've been exposed to it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, we get a nice little speed up here. Alright, it's not too bad. A couple of finishes there, you know, we're missing those a little bit early in the song. The song itself has a very low note count. It's about 730. So, when you do get those 100 drops, that will inevitably occur because the OD is 6.2 plus. It will count, and it will hurt more than you'd normally expect. So, yeah, there you go. That's a interesting hit, Hard Rock 1. And now we're going to go to Hard Rock 2. And it's going to be the Chaojin Hijiri no E Muscle. But we cut the song, despite being 3 minutes long. Now this is mapped by Rise, so I suspect this is the ranked one. I suspect. Yeah, it's ranked. Alright, let's watch Jarhead not be able to overtake a single player. What is this song? But yeah, similar to what we saw last week with a lovely stupid song. This song does test that speedier reading element, but the difficulty has been toned down quite a bit, both mechanically and also visually. So, if you were a player that did suffer quite a bit last week with that song on Hard Rock 2, you'll find a bit of reprieve here. And also, you know, slider ticks, of course. You know, just in case this turns into an SS battle, we gotta determine it by the slider ticks. The OD of this is 6, so it's actually harder to accuracy on Hard Rock 1 than it is compared to Hard Rock 2. Well, not by much. Both roughly the same. Star rating's under 5 star. That's whack. As we all know. The beats per minute is 210. I saw. I heard you love finishes. You're going to be learning very well from the art of Rafal's mapping style. I mean, to be fair, we've had to I guess some of these maps, you know, we have to put that finisher element in. So it's pretty clear cut where these finishes will come into play and where it won't. Which is fair. So, can't go too wrong with that. So, there we go. We're getting close to the end of the song here. But, just more of the same. There isn't that difficulty spike that you find with a lot of songs. So, there we go. That's the end of the hard rock. And now going to double time. And I swear to God, I'm going to get DMCA'd on this one. If I don't get DMCA'd on this one, I'm going to be impressed. So we're just going to hit it and just go as fast as we can. And pray to God that I don't get copyright strikes. Because if it is, that's going to be very unfortunate. I do like my Twitch channel after all. But, yeah, this song itself, it's called, is it A? I guess? Composed by Dio. No, not talking about the JoJo character. Mapped by Boaz. It has some good drum lag, as you always find. The song itself is pretty short, only 2 minutes in length. It is, well, it's not 178, is it? Actually, maybe. Can't be. I don't know, it's a bit funny. But the OD of this is 6, which is on the higher end. You got that SV overlap. So that's a bit funky. But I think the patterns do repeat, so it's not too stressful in terms of preparation. Got a couple of double notes as well. And of course, the snap changes on some of those doubles as well. Goes to 1-4 to 1-3. On DT, can be a little bit tricky to maintain the accuracy. So, the low BPM actually helps players in terms of their reading. It's not too hard of a step up, but that's going to be a bit funky. I think the colors are repeating. Yeah, they are. Okay, so you only have to memorize one pattern and then just repeatedly execute it. It's not too bad. It's a nice variety to DT. Something that's a little bit underappreciated in the DT meta, in my opinion. SV and meta. SV and DT, fucking impossible to compete with the ball. They'll do the same two things all the time. That's low BPM and high BPM, and that's it. With tech, so... this is an interesting way to test, switch it up a little bit. Not bad. I love it. Can't go wrong with that. And now to go on to DT2, which also doesn't fucking know its job of replaying. All right, time to whip out Bancho again. All right, hello, hello, Bancho. I downloaded this shit literally today. How does this replays not work? I downloaded it like 2 or 3 hours before the showcase. Alright. Update to latest version. Are you serious? Okay, whatever. Alright, well. So be it. If you insist. Update? Wait, update. Wait, what? Are you serious? Okay, hang on. Wait. There we go. Alright. Maybe if I update it now. No, it doesn't. This game can get in the bin sometimes. Oh, it's on Oni. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, oh, my God. Yeah, we're going to have an 8-star map. Okay, can I not scare the players? Thank you very much. All right. There we go. All right, let's not scare the players with an 8-star double time. All right, here we go. Good meme, good meme. So, Double Time 2. I think something that a lot of players didn't really get to see last time with Double Time was essentially... Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Speed Stamina was really a thing that did affect players with Double Time 2, but a lot of players did that quite comfortably. I guess this time around, decided to go a bit more of the same, but definitely toning down the difficulty a lot. And I think it's important, especially when you're looking at these lower half of the players who are fighting for their tournament lives from the jump. Their DT scores are quite different to the top 12 players, who all were scoring over 1 million on a DT map that was a full star higher than what we're seeing here. So, definitely provides a lot of room for action, especially when you look at just essentially the pace that the players have to hit through, the duration, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. It doesn't feel like a lot, but the note per second rate has to easily be touching, what, 20 almost? It's like just short of 20 per second. Oh, 20, not 20 per second. What am I talking about? Yeah, no, it's around 20 per second almost. So, it's okay. It's respectable. Also got some snapping changes there too. Five plat combo bursts, although they're quite ordinary to hit. Bit of a break before we get to the ending here. However, the song has sped up in its pace a little bit in terms of reading. Not too obvious, but I can sensed it. And there's no break for the rest of the song here, so it's just all flat out. It's not too long, though, so... There we go. That's all good. And now to get to the final 3 maps. We're going to be starting with our first Force mod. And that's going to be Aki Zakora. Mapped by Sendal, very well-known mapper. This song is 3 minutes long. Now, I suspect this is in line with a lot of other free mod maps that you'd normally find. I suspect it is quite mod friendly. Actually, maybe not. Ooh, hang on a minute. We'll see. It looks pretty easy to start with. The beats per minute is 170, which is 5, which is very nice. A lot of 1/4s that we've been observing so far. However, there are going to be 1/6 patterns that will be chucked in there. I think they'll be coming up during the KI time. A lot of players in this pool, when they did tackle on the Force mod and Qualifiers, they did prefer Hidden. And I think a lot of players will find this map in particular quite comfortable for Hidden. So, it's probably going to be the standard for most players. I mean, there'll be a good number of players who will be able to play this with Hidden and Hard Rock. But Hard Rock on this can be a little bit tricky, especially if the SB does crank up a bit. There we go. Starting to see some 1/6 patterns trickle in. Alternating between standalone 1/6 and a 1/6 pattern that is intermixed into a 1/4 stream. Not too bad. But now, the 1/6 rate is increasing. It's a bit more intermixed compared to what we saw in the first half of the chorus. Now the SV has picked up just a touch. You don't really see it now, but put on hard rock and give it a go, and you'll be in for a bit of a doozy. But the actual patterning doesn't change too much, so it is definitely more of the same. Either way, it is very mod friendly, so This will be a map that should be comfortable for everyone in at one mod or another. If it's not even comfortable for the players on 0 Swiss points, then whoops. But it will be. The song also has 1,200 notes in it, so it's more than enough time to separate the skill between the players. So, there we go. Excellent. And of course, a very long spinner just to wrap up the song. Once again, shout out to OG, Jahed, and Maimang, who have been helping out with the replays, even though I swear I put them down as map pullers. I swear, actually, no, not Jahed. Jahed's not, but I swear the other two, they were map pullers, and now they've turned to replayers. Good meme. But, let's move on to Free Mod 2. And it's going to be Idol, composed by Yorasobi. And this is the Payer's Distorted Bootleg Remix. Now, this song is going to be a little bit anti-mod. There are some SV patterns, which you may have seen just a little bit at the start with that 5-note pattern. Will we see a repeat of that? Not yet. Alright. Song does have a lower note count at about 952. Slower reading section for hidden players. They'll have a bit of a pain, and they also have to deal with one lengthy speed up combo that has 2 1-6 patterns in it. Okay. Interesting. I've never even heard the original song, so I can't judge on how bad the remix is. Or if I have heard of the song, I don't remember. Oh, that's going to be a brutal 5-note for hidden. What the hell was that? Okay, hidden players take note. Hidden players not going to be as friendly as you think. Alright, got one overlapping finisher there. Okay, and now we're having some higher SV. Now the BPM is 188. Okay. Pretty straightforward otherwise. But definitely a bit of a difference in the SV that should lift things and lower things a little bit in terms of difficulty. Not too bad of a remix. It's not too long either, 2 minutes and 23. There's only really 30 seconds to a minute or so where it's a bit of a challenge. But now we've made it to the final map in the Forest Mud Pool. Now, the graphics will not work for this one. I've tried to fix this before the start of the stream. Didn't work. But hey, at least the replay loads. So that's something. Now, this particular song is a custom map. Mapped by BlackBN, who's been helping us along. Thank you very much. So, this is Vert's Rage. I think this is one of the first custom maps. I think Yongen did one for Qualifiers for Hidden 2. So, yeah. Shout out to Maimang, who's also helping out with the replays as well. And of course, gets the double S, because, you know, Japanese buff. let's see. What do we got here? So far, it's looking mod-friendly on the SV front. There hasn't been too many increases and decreases. Okay, got a 4-note pattern there. Some lengthier streams, but most are looking okay. A couple of couplets here and there. A little bit of a wave SV, but it's incredibly minor. So you're not gonna... I don't think it should phase really the players to the point where they'd start missing. But it may affect the reading ability for like hidden and hard rock players just a tad. But 2 very long strings back to back there. And then just a couple of finishes there just to chuck in there. Because, you know, all our homies love finishes. So, there we have it. After nearly 2 hours, we've made it through the showcase. So, that's going to be it. I don't know how the hell I'm going to edit any of this. I swear to God. Lord help me as I try and edit this afterwards. But, yeah, I guess... that's going to be it for now. I hope you are all excited as I am for the battles that will happen ahead, the maps that we've presented here today, and all of the exciting good stuff. So just a reminder for everybody, the maps will be publicly available in a few minutes as soon as this ends. I just have to, you know, be a human and slowly navigate through everything. The schedules itself should come out tomorrow after I finish playing some chesting in the morning. And then once we do that, we'll get underway with all the spicy stuff that will be happening over the course of this week. To the 24 of you who are still in this tournament, I do wish you all the best of luck. And that's for both the top players who will be engaging in a fair amount of ACK battles to maintain their Swiss point advantage, and the weaker players in the field who will be fighting for their tournament life off the bat. Up to 6 players will be getting eliminated this week. Theoretically, nobody could get eliminated this week. It is highly... although statistically impossible, you could have 6 matches end in draws. If that happens, I swear to God, I've done something wrong. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. All things aside, of course, full details and reminders about everything will be coming out in the following hour or so. I'll try to upload this showcase tomorrow. I'll probably cut out some of the dead air, as there usually is with these things. And yeah, good luck with everyone. Thank you all for getting through this showcase. Hopefully next week, as we get to the matches and we get to the future showcases, things will be a bit more smoother and Banshee will do their job. But yeah, take care, everybody. Tune in to this channel on the weekend. If you haven't already followed, feel free to do so. You know, I am paying up to $200 up front for this tournament, so at least a follow would be nice for the pain that I'm about to dish out trying to get all this running and put on a entertaining show for you all over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you all come early this weekend for the first of... hopefully we'll be able to cover every single match in the Swiss brackets, but can't guarantee it. 12 matches is a lot. It's a bit demanding, but I do have a few helpers. So that's going to be it. Take care, and I'll see you all later as the Ausu Taiko Tournament 2023 Elimination Swiss kicks off. Good night, everyone.